President Donald Trump was about to sit down for dinner at Versailles on Wednesday when he surprised both his host, French President Emmanuel Macron, and some of his own aides with a demand. He wanted to sign his agreement with Iran then and there. Trump's top diplomat had received word on the way to the palace that the document had been finalized, but there was already a signing ceremony scheduled for 2 days later at an extra exclusive mountainside retreat overlooking Lake Lucerne. Vice President J.D. Vance, the top American negotiator of the accord, was supposed to head to Switzerland to ink the Memorandum of Understanding and begin the next round of technical talks with Iran. Trump, however, was adamant the agreement take effect immediately. He insisted he sign it that night. Macron advised them he could arrange it quickly, according to officials familiar with the events. As the two presidents strolled the hall of mirrors, inspecting the frescoed ceilings glorifying the early reign of Louis XVI. Secretary of the State Marco Rubio was with French Foreign Minister, finding a printer to spit out the memo. If anyone had concerns over Versailles' haunted history as the host of his signings, namely the one that ended World War I but gave rise to another, they didn't raise them. As it turned out, Friday's event in Lausanne never happened. Vance played his trip after Iran pulled out of the gathering amid a flare-up in violence between Israel and Hezbollah in Lebanon. The parties had agreed a renewed ceasefire as of Friday morning, but the Iran agreement, only days after Trump signed it, appeared more fragile than ever. Trump and Vance have every reason to get started on the next phase of the agreement, which is intended to nail down commitments from Iran on curtailing its nuclear program. Each man has come under withering criticism, even their supporters. That offers concessions to Tehran while extracting little in return. Senate Armed Services Chairman Roger Wicker, for example, said Thursday that a $300 billion reconstruction fund included in the sixth paragraph of the memo makes the payments in the Obama-era Iran nuclear deal look like pittance. Trump has grown defensive, insisting it was U.S. military dominance that brought Iran to negotiations in the first place. We didn't meet out of this. We didn't meet out of desperation. Iran did. They are finished. He wrote on social media on Friday. We will play out the 60 days. They get no money, not 10 cents. Still, after a month of war, the 14-point memorandum of understanding clearly came as a relief to a president who would long been ready for the conflicts to end. Advisors had warned that the global oil stockpiles were shrinking. Republican anxiety about the upcoming midterm elections was favored. Trump acknowledged himself this week that it was economic concerns that led him to sign the agreement, telling reporters he feared being compared to Herbert Hoover, the American president who presided over a market crash that began the Great Depression. I didn't want to see economic catastrophe, he said on Wednesday at the Hotel Royal in Villanueva, Spain, as he concluded a group of 7 summit. A few hours later, just after 11 p.m., Trump was in the lower gallery of Versailles, putting Sharpie to paper at a long banquet table, plates and glassware clinking in the background. This was not easy, I can tell you, he told his dinner companions, which included Wall Street titans and the chairman of France's largest luxury conglomerate. He lifted a memo to show them his signature. Bravo! Macron offered. Some snapped a photo of the document to send to Iran. A chaotic rollout. It was really a chaotic rollout. The impromptu signing was the culmination of a mad dash to finalize the accord, peppered with a myriad twists and near collapses. At times, the process took on a sense of chaos, often fueled by Trump himself. For weeks, the president veered between signaling a deal was close and threatening to resume active hostilities if Iran didn't submit to his red lines. Even after the memorandum of understanding was struck, the actual text was kept hidden from public view for days, in part because Pakistan mediators told American officials the Iranians wanted to wait for their own internal purposes, according to Bess. Once it was finally publicized, which only came by way of a senior US official reading it loud to reporters, officials described the gentleman's agreements not contained in the actual text but reflecting back channel understandings that they said gave them confidence in the accord. Vance, who has taken the lead in negotiations, told reporters on Thursday some of those sides deals are written down before adding the MOU, the gentleman's agreements, the final deal. Words don't matter, ladies and gentlemen. We are about verification. US negotiators the MOU without waiting for Iran's senior leadership to sign off on the more detailed proposals but want to delay the next phase of negotiations according to one source who is familiar with what Trump officials to top foundational lawmakers would have required additional time to secure Iran's formal sign-off on those still separate proposals. But even before still signing on the Washington Accord momentarily confusing, since US officials had already said Trump militarily signed the document earlier in the week. Trump it turned out only witnessed the earlier signing on Wednesday, wanting to make sure that copy was signed both by him and Iran's president to ensure the agreement took effect. It's signed, Trump called out as he emerged from the palace just past 1 a.m. local time, signed it in Versailles. Advisors inside the White House